2024 truly is the year of allegations. I mean, it's just nonstop at this point. We now have new allegations against Cenat's cameraman, who goes by Chris. He's made appearances on various podcasts talking about his life as a photographer, how he got into AMP, working for Cenat, etc., etc. Well, this Twitter user by the name of @Uno2Dolo put out a bunch of allegations against him, essentially alleging that he was extremely explicit with her and trying to get with her when she was 17 years old. And to be completely honest, I don't actually know Chris's exact age, but the man is definitely older. He's an older man. If I had to take a totally wild guess, again, this isn't definitive, I'm not saying it, but he looks at least like 25, probably older than that. But again, totally speculating, but the allegations that he was trying to get with a 17-year-old. And I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into the allegations. So it starts off with he tweeting out, "I wanted to keep it private, but no one reached back. Trigger warning, P thread." Then there's a couple images attached. The first one where they message Kai saying, "Hi Kai, I recently seen a clip about you speaking on the Ava/Mr. Beast situation. I do wanted to let you know that Chris, your cameraman, is definitely a P2. I remember coming across him on Ome TV, I think it's how you say that, while I was on Discord sharing my screen to my friends. They told me that his name is Chris and that he is Amp's cameraman. I said, 'Hi Chris,' which got his attention because he was curious how I knew his name. He asked for my age and I lied and said 19 because my friends told me to and I just went with it. He asked for my Insta and I gave it. As soon as he DM'd me, I told him my real age because I know it's not really cool to lie about that, and from there I thought he was going to stop answering, but then it led to him being down for a 1v1 in COD, which I thought was fine. Later on it turned into him being flirtatious and then texting me wild shit, which you just shouldn't say to a minor. During this time I just turned 17. I am 19 now. This happened December 2021 to February/March 2022. I will gladly show you all the screenshots I have to prove this. We also used to FaceTime, and I remember there was a time he passed the phone to you, and I was telling you that I could also beat you in a 1v1. I don't know if this helps to remember me." And then there's new messages which are on Instagram between Chris and the girl, where it starts off on December 15th, 2021, where Chris says, "I wasn't kidding. I actually want to get to know you." And she responds, "Aw, Lamafau, you cool, but respectfully, I'm actually 17. My friends told me to say I'm 19, but you know I gotta let you know the truth." And Chris responds, "Nah, that's crazy. I respect you telling me though, no cap." She says, "Yeah, I didn't want to do you like that." He says, "You cool though, good vibes, lol." And then he continues, "I was actually serious though if you was 19, lol." And she says, "Lamafau, aw." And Chris says, "You had me confused though." She says, "What you mean?" Chris says, "I was just laying down and out of nowhere I hear Chris. Like, people recognize me all the time, but I don't know why it caught me off guard." And she responds, "Yeah, the first time I ran into you guys, and then after the skip, my friends were like, 'Oh shit, that's Chris.'" He says, "Y'all was on Discord?" And she responds, "And then when I ran into you again, they wanted me to ask you to make sure it's actually you." And she says, "Yeah." He says, "Limafau, what do you know about Discord?" She says, "What you mean? I got Discord. I play video games, so yeah, of course I'm gonna have a Discord too." Chris says, "You see, that's different. I was about to say normally only girls who are into video games know about Discord. What you be playing?" She responds, "At the moment, I've been playing COD." And Chris says, "You nice?" She says, "Of course I'm nice." He says, "Stop it. Just because you said of course, I know you're not nice." She said, "1v1? He said, "You don't want the smoke." And then she says, "Whenever you're down for 1v1, let me know." So obviously this was how they got introduced to each other, and there's already a flirtatious vibe a little bit to it, just off the bat, which I don't know why he didn't just stop after he said, "Thanks for letting me know your real age," but he was obviously interested in something, so it just continued on. But it keeps going here, where now the girl posts a follow-up tweet where she says, "I gave him my number for the 1v1. Once we did a 1v1, nothing was weird. During this time, I've done lots of 1v1s/wagers with people who were older than me, and things were never weird." This, though, it continues to just play in the game, then led to him being flirtatious. Once he got more comfortable, at first I would ignore it and brush it off because as a 17-year-old, I didn't know what to do and wasn't trying to start some shit. But it just started getting weirder from there. And then she attaches two messages. The first one, which is a continuation of the Instagram, where it says, Chris says, "I'm down, what you play on?" And she responds, "Bet, you know who to hit up when you want to get that shit on." Chris says, "Stop it. I'm literally going to set up my second setup just to bust your ass tomorrow, watch." And she hearts it. And he clarifies, "On some friend shit though, lol. Send me a number so we can set that up because I will lose you in my DMs." And she says, bet, let me find out you lying." And he says, "What you mean, how would I be lying?" And then now onto the iMessage ones where they say, "Like I could just imagine rubbing my D on your P. I'll put my whole D down your throat right now. Just pick your leg up and put it in your side." Okay, I mean, I don't really have to read all these specifically, but he's fiending in the DMs. He's absolutely fiending over the 17-year-old. then saying that's how I'm feeling and attaching video messages. I'm assuming these are also explicit. And then she says, I started to distance myself in a way that wasn't too noticeable, and attaches 2 messages. One where Chris says, nah, you really don't fuck with me no more. And another one where he tried to FaceTime her and he says, why you never pick up. So naturally, of course, this blew up. A lot of people are talking about it. You even had Your Rage in the replies saying, I reached out to Kai. He's trying to get in contact with you, but DMs are closed. Can you follow him to open your DMs? And she says, they open now. But just an hour before that message from Rage, she put out another tweet where she says, I was genuinely trying to get in contact with Kai privately, but got no answer. Someone I know messaged an agent about this to get some awareness. His mod contacted me saying she can try to tell Kai to answer the DMs, but it was bait. She just wanted info. All I want is my voice to be heard. Showing messages between her and someone named Mallory, where she says, respectfully, you're asking for too much information and all I want is for it to reach Kai and no one else. Mallory says, that's fine. Once he gets off stream, I'll try to get this to him. And she says, appreciate it. Let me know about any updates. And then another screenshot of Discord where she's messaging someone named Agent. She sends a long message that she sent to Kai. And then someone named Lamouts J responds, this is some very sick things to do, knowing she was underage. Please get in contact ASAP. This situation does not need to go public, and we would rather it not. At Agent, please, this is pretty serious. I'd hope you would take it serious as well. At Agent, come on, man, please reach out so that she can get some closure on this. And this seems to be across like a 3-day period because this is from the 25th, and the last message is from the 28th. And then she quote tweeted that last tweet with, I also want Kai and the rest of AMP to know who they're working/being around with. And so the only other tweet that this person has made was answering a question where people were confused because in the first DMs where he's talking about extremely things with her, the contact name is just Chris, and then in these other DMs it's Chris V. So someone replies, why does the message go from Chris to Chris V? Are you going to answer that? And someone says, what's the point of adding a V to the end unless you're trying to separate it from another contact with the same name? And she says, you got your answer. So that is her reasoning for the discrepancy there. And so then after all these allegations came out, this account has now gone private, and Kai Cenat has gone on stream to confirm that the allegations are real. Here he is talking about that.
She basically, she showed me every single thing. I asked her to confirm the iMessage, to confirm the number. It's confirmed. All right, all that shit is confirmed, and I'm just sick and tired of having to do shit like this because it's like, damn, my nigga, like I don't know how people are not just seeing something or like an age or something and just saying and just stopping. You feel me? It was just some messages that it's some messages that looks fucking crazy, bro. You feel me? I'm not sugarcoating shit. The shit look fucking crazy, bro. And the shit fucked me up the whole day, gang. Like the whole fucking day. Shit fucked me up cause like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, nigga, I have a whole vision. Like,
yeah, and I mean, bro's obviously getting emotional. I don't blame him. When you see someone who's been so close to you for so long have shit like this come out, I mean, I totally understand it. He's like, what the fuck? I mean, this guy has been his cameraman and like basically sidekick in a way for like years, if you think about it. And obviously this is fucking terrible. You know, I mean, the guy sucks. Let me be very clear. The guy sucks. He should be condemned. But I do feel bad for Kai. I can understand that is definitely something hard to go through. So definitely rough out here for AMP and for the boys. But it's good. It's good to clear out the freaks. Good to get them out. There's basically no excuse at all for doing what he did. I mean, it was very blatant, very clear. We saw the messages earlier in the video. She straight up was like, I lied to you. I'm actually underage. And he was even like, yo, thanks. Actually, let's do it anyway. It's like, okay, what? This reminds me of the Codico situation, the whole thing with that. A lot of people like to talk about, well, it's only 17. Who cares? It's just 17. And the biggest problem with it, and let me just be clear, 17 is obviously a problem. I would say outside of like Romeo and Juliet situations. I'm obviously from Texas, so that's what the law here is. That's just what I'm used to. Romeo and Juliet exceptions are obviously the case. That's just been my motto. But outside of Romeo and Juliet, then when you're talking about 17, 25, 17, however old this Chris guy is, even if the age of consent in some places is that, for me with people like Chris and people like Codico, it's just like the extreme confidence that comes in doing things with these people. Like Codico getting warned ahead of time by Gabby Hanna just being like, yo, by the way, she's 17. That would be illegal. We're in Florida. Let's not do that. And Cody goes like, oh my God, thank you for letting me know. And then just does it anyway. It's like, what the fuck? This Chris guy being told straight up, I lied about my age. I'm actually 17. And he's like, well, that's crazy. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Let's go ahead and do it anyway. It's like, okay, these people just have no self-control. And it shows me that there's obviously intention behind the fact that they're 17. It's not a Romeo and Juliet situation where it's just like, I met a girl who's around my age. I'm 19. She's 17. We kind of went to high school together. So then, you know what I mean? It's not some sort of situation where it's just two people who are close in age. It's obviously something predatory. It's obviously something where it's like, I see your age explicitly and I want that. I want to do things to you and get with you because you are 17. Like that is what is being told to me with the way that they interact. Anyway, that's all I really got to say about this. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.